I want to talk about Arsenal's midfield and the scam that Chelsea have done on them. Kai Havertz. When does he get dropped?
I think just tear up his contract now, bro. That fresh airy in the 6-yard box was.
No, he just completely missed the ball.
That was a joke.
It was
that was a joke. I predicted him to score in that game, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna happen. I look like a genius here, and then he just did that. And I'm like, that's what I look like now in terms of my prediction. So, I think look, you talk about their midfield, Havertz. Yes, you definitely scammed them in that sense. But they
all right. Will Arteta drop him, or will he persist a bit longer?
Well, it just depends on how. Like I said, the setup of the team, whether Vieira comes in to play Jorginho. I don't know.
No, not Jorginho.
Look, at the end of the day, like, I get it. Like, in that... Let's see. I think Vieira, like, he's a good impact player, it seems. Comes on both games now. He's done really well for himself. So, I think he'll start. But, yeah, Jorginho... I'd rather Jorginho playing over Havertz is what I'm saying. That's it.
Here's the thing for me. Arteta said, I want this guy. So they've gone and spent 65 million on him. All right, it's not like the team has bought him, given him to Arteta, said use this guy. Arteta said, I want this guy.
Yes.
You know? And it's not working. So how long does he persist with him before he drops him? Because someone like Pablo Vieira, who's been sensational when he's come on so far this season.
Yeah.
How much does he have to do to try and get that position? Because that's been his role. When Arsenal scored the goals against Fulham, the 2 goals against Fulham, and when Arsenal scored the 2 winning goals against you guys, Havertz was off the pitch and Vieira was on.
Yeah, it's definitely something they're going to consider, mate. Absolutely.
What happens to Vieira if he's just not getting the start, not getting the minutes over Havertz? What more does he have to do? How long before he gets so disheartened that he wants to leave?
Havertz
has to be dropped before then.
Havertz will be dropped soon. I think it's because of the money that the Arsenal put towards him. I think maybe it's the matter of the owners telling Arteta to play him, and because you don't like we've mentioned earlier about like assets and whatnot. It's just like you don't want that much money sitting on the bench.
Yeah, so I really think Havertz should be dropped. I can draw comparisons with Pep Guardiola and Jack Grealish. When they signed him, 100 mil, but he wasn't performing in his first season, so he dropped him. That's the ruthlessness that Arteta needs to show if they're going to compete with City.
Yeah, I think it sort of did wake... I think in the Grealish sense, sort of woke both Grealish and Pep up a bit in terms of what Grealish could bring to the squad as well. And I think that might be the case with Havertz too. I think in terms of like the where they played and who they played for and who under, obviously they have different sort of approaches. So I think maybe both parties need to reevaluate in that sense.
I think after the international break, Arteta can stick with him for a couple more games, but if this keeps happening, if he hits 007, he needs to be dropped.
He starts.
I don't think Pablo Vieira can do much more to, deserve a start.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Come on.
Yeah, he's done really well. I think, honestly, in my opinion, I think Havertz to be dropped next game.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. I think Arteta will.
I think that's it.
Because Arteta needs to justify his reasoning for bringing him in, right? If it doesn't work, then that's just a £65 million, fail on Arteta's behalf.
Yeah.
So he's gonna want to justify it, but there comes a point where he's gonna have to just, learn from his mentor, Pep. The guy who made him, basically.
No, you know what? You drew a good comparison there. I think in between, Grealish and Havertz there. But I think Grealish was the more talented and established player in the Premier League at that point. So it might be it would have been a bit easier for Grealish. Whereas with Havertz, I think he has a lot more work to do.
Well, maybe it's more harsh to drop Grealish because he was that established player.
Yeah,
and if you drop Havertz now, it's not as because it's cheaper. You already know that he wasn't amazing at Chelsea, so maybe if you drop him, it's not as big a deal. But
Yeah,
Maybe
it
it's
wasn't
Arteta it is.
as consistently good.
No.
Anyway, I think Havertz definitely showed signs though
Yeah.
of his talent for sure.
Yeah.